My name's Andrew Reeser. I graduated in 2011 and I studied communications with an emphasis in broadcast journalism. So at the time that I was at BYU, it was 2009 to 2011, and I didn't really know I was a queer student. I always knew, but I hadn't come to terms with it there. And at the time, I had no idea that there were other LGBTQ students on campus at all. I really thought I was the only one. My experience as a queer student was not an experience. I didn't really have any experience with it. I remember going to a bishop to talk about having feelings of same gender attraction or whatever. And I remember the bishop kind of saying, okay, what does that mean? And I was like, I don't know, you tell me. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. So it was kind of one of those experiences where I always felt like an outsider at BYU, even though I had always wanted to go there from when I was a kid. My parents growing up, my parents took me to see the campus and to experience that. And I always kind of knew that that's where I wanted to go to school, and I didn't really know why. And I applied, got rejected, applied, got rejected. And then finally I got in and I was like, I'm here at BYU. And then I still felt like I was an outsider in a weird way all throughout the experience. And I could never pinpoint what it was about that. In a way, I owe my existence to BYU. My parents met there, and I was born in Provo, while my parents were students at BYU. So there is a special place in my heart for the school, and there always was. And going there, I just kind of felt like I'm so excited to be here, but something is wrong. I don't feel like I fully fit in. So since graduating BYU, I've come out. That has been a very positive experience for me, and I know that I'm lucky. Many people I know, many of my friends have had the same experience and have not been as lucky as I have been. For 9 years, I was a TV news reporter, and I covered many different issues, including political issues. And when I came to Salt Lake City to continue that career, I started covering a lot of the LGBT issues that were happening here in Utah, and seeing some of the pain that a lot of BYU students were going through as a reporter on the other side really opened my eyes. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, not much has changed since I was there, other than the fact that students are being more vocal about it, and trying to be more inclusive and trying to create a more inclusive university. And so that really touched me as I reported on those issues. I think it's been a very eye-opening experience to be an alumni of BYU, kind of watching once again from the outside what's going on there. Not really having a stake in it, but in a way also having a stake in it because I attended there. A piece of advice I would give to a student there who is queer, I would say, you're not alone. If someone would have told me that when I was at BYU, it would have changed my entire experience there. I don't know if I would have come out earlier, maybe opened up a little bit more about it earlier instead of staying in that realm of cognitive dissonance for 5 more years or so. I don't know what would have happened. But I would say, if you are a queer student at BYU, just know that you're not alone and that there are people who love you and who care about you. And I would even venture to say that most of the people at BYU care about you and love you and want you to succeed and want you to be included. Like, as soon as I graduated, a year later, I saw this video going around of all these students talking about how they were gay or they were lesbian or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, where was this when I was there? And I was still coming to terms with it. So it was, in a way, when I saw that video, I was kind of angry. It was like, I wish I would have known that there were other people like me at this school. It would have totally changed my experience. I just hope that BYU continues to become a more inclusive place. I think there have been great strides made, but there's still a lot of work to do. And I want to be a part of that as well.